Hey guys, it's an exciting morning, 11:21 right now on Saturday, and it's the 14th, so that means we get to go look at the house very, very soon, so we're super stoked. This is our first property that we'll be looking at during this attempt of buying a house, and fingers crossed, maybe it'll be the last. Just saying. We don't know, but we're hoping. It could be.
Could be.
It really could be. So super excited, super stoked about that. Lots of really interesting, great things have happened. We found out what our actual loan cap is as long as we don't have an HOA, or at least a low HOA, would be $343,000, which is like, I mean, we were hoping for $290. So it's really opened up a lot of doors for us to actually expand our budget without breaking the bank, if you will. So that's been really, really cool. And because of that, we were able to find the house that we're looking at today, which is listed at $327,000. So that's what we're looking at. Super excited about it. The only thing we're worried about is the house maybe not appraising for as much as they've listed it for. It's super common. Like, values are going up every single month because of how on fire the market is right now. But that doesn't necessarily mean that all comps are going up at that rate. And so people are usually overlisting just by a little bit. So we're trying to prepare for that if we can. If it's too far of a distance for us to have to come to, then we're gonna have to walk away, but such is the name of the game. We also found out about this other interesting thing that you have to do with your lender, which is lock in your rate. I kind of thought when they gave you a pre-approval that was when that happened, but evidently not. And depending on the loan type that you get a certain amount of days that they'll lock it in for. So once you lock it, you are guaranteed to have that rate for the next 25 to 40 days, depending on the loan style. The one that we have right now is for 25 days, but from what we found out is you can actually lock it in later into the loan after we've already submitted an offer. So it will give you a little bit more time on your closing without charging you fees for going over that time. So kind of interesting. We'll tell you guys more about it as we find out more about it, because it's kind of a new thing to us. Like, we've done lots of research about what happens when you get a mortgage and the different processes and stuff. I think I've watched 30 videos on like what is the first step to the very last step, and I don't ever remember them mentioning the lock-in time. So this is kind of an interesting thing for us. So we'll be learning more about that, and as we know more, we'll tell you more. Now with that said, check out this amazing breakfast Erica's making. We got eggs, we got bacon, we got English muffins. How are you feeling?
Good.
Yeah?
Yep. Making breakfast sandwiches if that's what we want, or...
Oh yeah, I always want breakfast sandwiches. Who doesn't? The bacon looks so good I could just take a bite of it right now, babe.
Yeah. I'll do that.
Don't do that. Anyway, so yeah, that's what's up. That's what's going on this morning. We'll vlog on the way there, and we'll see you guys in a minute. We're going through a car wash. Oh yeah.
I knew it was going to do that too. I felt like we weren't quite
On it, right?
in it right, yeah.
Yeah, it did feel a little weird this time. Well, that's it. That was our car wash at Superstar Express. Not sponsored, but we could be. We could
For the
be.
right price.
For the right price. Of free car washes for life, just to clarify. We only have 2 cars, it's not a big deal. Alright, here we go. Holy cow, you guys.
We just did our very first offer on a house.
Which is amazing.
So cool.
Lots of paperwork, but totally worth it. Makes sense. None of it is out of place. So let's catch you up. So we talked with you earlier today. I didn't vlog the trip over there just because we were in a hurry. Anyway,
We had to hurry and meet our real estate agent over there, and wow, we'll not miss that at all.
that's why we're moving.
One of the reasons. Run over there and then walk through, and we were there for like
We
an
were there-
hour and
we
a
were-
half.
We were there for 2 hours.
Jeez.
So I hope the real estate agents understood we were serious
Yes.
because we spent a
A
lot
lot
of
of time there.
So very cool. Yeah, so we got to see it, and this is the first time we've ever been at a house that we liked the pictures and we really liked the layout, and then we went into it and it was really exactly what we expected, and I was like,
What?
okay, like, this is cool. It's nice. Like, there's definitely things we can do to, like, help touch things up and, like...
Put our own little touch on
signatures and stuff like that. It's pretty, like, standard, I would say. But really liked it. The space is going to work fantastic. Like, it's not going to be too big or too little. It's going to be just right. So we looked at everything. We spent so much time going over all the details, everything that's there, and, you know, talking with the real estate agent and like him giving us his, you know, the pros and the cons and where we sit as far as like offers go and everything. So we ended up putting in an offer at $335. The property itself is currently listed at $327,700, so just a little bit above asking price, but I think something enough to be competitive. And then the things that we're doing to try to stand out above the crowd is we're not asking for help with closing costs. We're going to take care of all of that.
Yep.
We're not going to ask them to repair anything, because whereas everything is right now, the roof is great, the flooring's great, the plumbing's fine. The only thing that was any kind of concern to us is the AC on top of the roof, but they're working right now, and we're going to get a home warranty, so if anything happens with those, we're still covered. So to me, that's a non-issue. And everything else is great. Like, the carpet's good. Like, all of it's good. There's really no repairs. There's no holes in the walls or anything, like, crazy. So we were completely fine with that. So we'll go through the inspection period, and if we find something, you know, dramatic, we'll just back out, because the seller already said that they're basically they're gonna just sell as is, which is fine. We're totally cool with that. They've worked on the house over the last 8 years, so cool. And then the other things that we're doing is we're gonna allow them to stay in the premises for basically 8 or 9 days past the closing date, and it's because they're selling this house so that way they have the funds to move out and go to their new house that they're buying right afterwards. So they need a couple of overlap days, and we're going to not charge them for those days so that we stand out above everybody else, and we're going to work with their closing dates and everything, so that way we can be the most accommodating so we can get the house. So we're hoping to beat out cash offers that are not lenient like that, so that we can, you know, actually get this house. We really like this house. But the thing is like, we can't go any higher than $335. We can, but we won't. Not for the property is not valued at that. And the only other thing that could, if our offer's chosen, the only other thing that could really stand in our way is the appraisal. So I have a sinking suspicion that the appraisal is going to come in at somewhere around $320, because the comps in the area are kind of showing that indicator. We can't meet them halfway on that. And we sure can't dole another like $10,000-$15,000. So if they're going to be willing to drop down that much and just reduce the price, we should be good to go. We think that it's very likely that they could do that if it comes up to that, because they're making 121% return on an investment on this house. They bought it 8 years ago for $148,000. They're selling it for over $300,000. So
that's a good return.
Even with paying the costs of the realtors and everything like that, all the other stuff, the transfer fee, all the other stuff that they take care of, they're still going to be making a whopping, almost enough to pay for another house. So we don't feel like there's any reason why they would say no to that, unless they have some kind of like stingy cash offer, dirty, disgusting cash offer on the table. But yeah, so we just got off the phone with our realtor, and we just went through and signed all the documents for our cover letter, made sure everything was good to go.
Yep.
It took about an hour and a half to go over all the paperwork because of how much.
It's our first time going through all of it.
Yeah. And that's the cool part is like, regardless of whether we get the house or not, right? That really doesn't matter at this point. We just did something we've never been able to do in the home buying process.
Yeah, we've never gotten this far.
We've never gotten this far.
We never gotten past a house.
We've never gotten past the pre-qual, and then the pre-approval, and then get to go see a house, and then be able to put in an offer. Like, this is uncharted territory, and it is fantastic. So exciting, so amazing, like, super cool.
Yeah,
super cool.
Super cool. So blessed. Wow. Like.
But yeah, so I mean, this is crazy. This is absolutely, it's moving so fast. Like,
yeah.
You guys, we might be homeowners by Christmas. That's what we're looking at right now. Because it says on or before. So our allegedly, our aim for the closing date is December 29th, on or before. So if we do before, that's fine. But that would be the most beneficial for us, because it kind of takes care of the having to pay for too much interest up front. So our first payment would be February 1. And it was kind of cool knowing that you get a whole 15 days to pay your mortgage. I was like, when you're renting, you get 3 days, at least here in Arizona. So, wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, oh man, I'm so excited.
I'm excited.
Wow. Even if we don't get this, like, just the process, the possibility, the option of being able to even purchase our first home, to live in a home and not live with giants above us anymore.
As soon as we know, we'll let you guys know. But thanks for joining us for this little part.
Yep, that's it for this Saturday. Go to look at the house, to put an offer on the house. They're going to decide by tomorrow. We'll probably hear Monday. So we'll let you
Maybe
know
we'll hear
if we're
tomorrow.
going to be getting that one or another one. But really, really hoping that one and done.
One and done, I always say.
Yes. Anyway, see you guys later.